I actually drive halfway to college, park my car, and I get the bus in. And I do that because I have at least 30 minutes to sit down with my notepad and plan my day. Every single day is different, and I love that opportunity first thing in the morning to sit down and plan it, because I may have a sample to take off as soon as I get it in. I may have to then analyze it in some machine or prepare some samples for another machine. And then once I get into the lab, I could go to the microscope first thing. I could be there for 3 hours, and then I might come back and try a different measurement technique. And then I might go back to my computer and read. Perhaps we've got something big on our hands. Or else sometimes you say, it's been done so many times and it doesn't work, or it does work and it's well characterized. So it's a balance between running between the lab and then back and read the literature and see, is what you're doing going to make a difference, and can you improve things by doing what you're doing? I always said science chose me, because as a child I certainly wasn't someone who would play with a chemistry set or even inquire about a plug or a socket or anything. It just never appealed to me. And then we went to a new school, and the new school, it was policy in that school that every junior certificate student study science. And I really, really was not looking forward to it. Didn't think I'd like it in any way, but to my great surprise, I loved it. I remember as a child doing maths homework at home when I was perhaps 10 or even older, maybe 12 or 13. I couldn't do it. And my granddad would sit down with me, and I would go to school the next day with the right answer, but with a very, very different method. But nonetheless, I got the right answer. And there are flukes in maths. I've also been exposed to the idea of, if you had a degree in some sort of science discipline, you either go into industry or you'd stay within academia. But there's a whole spectrum in between where you've got science policy, science communication, and so on. So still within the sciences, I'm very fascinated by the human body in terms of sport. Kinetics of the body, movement, and down to just your neural system, etc., etc. I want to be able to understand that in terms of the human body, and that's something I don't know, and physics doesn't give you exposure to. I don't think you need to be 24/7 talking about science to be a scientist, but I think you need to be able to adapt once something sparks, and you need to drop what you're doing and just get into the science. That's what I actually love about it, that I could be on the bus, or I could be in my kitchen, or I could be in the lab, or I could be at a concert, and something just sparks, and it's a real eureka moment. It's the world around us and how we believe we can actually make a difference and change it for the better.